Okay, so we just got information that I may well have actually killed that guy. So that's great. I love the effect of the rain on the ground. Okay, so I want to talk to people out here, because there's at least a couple other people, but I have money, so I'm going to do this cigarette thing. Oh wait, I also got a few new things, didn't I? So, two things that I can interact with. Let's see what this racist mug is all about.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the ground?
Oh, I fucking love this game. This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your innate ideology. Fuck capitalism. There you go. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital and mask my badass hustling. Ooh, or the red pill option. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? I'm gonna go for number one.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
I like how the racist mug is derisive of me. That seems correct. I don't know why the audio is stuttering. It's in-game. Damaged ledger. This is the ledger you found in the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes on the case?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Lovely. Just what I want to be holding in my hands or carrying around in my fucking pocket. Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Okay.
It's a metaphor for you.
I'm getting roasted by the objects that I'm holding in my inventory.
Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Oh, Inland Empire. I'm glad. Inland Empire is one of my better skills. I have a feeling this game would be completely different without it. I guess I'll start from the top.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Leave it there. It's cool. I'll take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
Somehow that gained me experience. Gosh, if only I could get experience like that every time I dealt with toilet paper. Alright. I guess I'll inspect the clip. I don't know what I could possibly learn from that, but the This game is full of surprises.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
It's kind of amazing that this stuff is all still there, including the pencil, after being in the trash. Or just standing in the rain doing this. Run your finger across the aluminum.
The surface is
aluminium.
interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of
It
information?
depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for example...
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Thanks, interfacing. I got that.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
I love this fucking odd couple representation. He returns to his neatly kept notes, while a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight. So I'll browse the white
They're not
papers.
exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs.
The writing, man. That could have been such a boring description, and that was entrancing, combined with the great voice acting.
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Oh, wow. So when I first found this, I thought this had to do with this specific case, but no, this is like my entire notebook. My entire caseload currently. Maybe even past cases too. Is there room to open an official case?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage.
Wow.
The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Commit to paper, using the pen lean I gave you.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity.
It's just like they said in Memento. Repetition.
Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager.
Let's cross out the ones we've already finished. We've done 2 of
A
those.
satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Yes. Checklists are very useful for all kinds of things. Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our
No,
case?
actually. Any ideas?
Number 2. The Furies are at home in the mirror. Shit on a stick. Let's do the Hanged Man. I'm so tempted. I want to see what he says. I'm gonna do it.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest. I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also,
Uh-huh.
could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
I had to see what he said. I knew it wouldn't actually be what the case name was. The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Oh, and there was a mention of a naming convention here. Inland Empire, fill me in.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
I don't wanna. Oh my. And they're written in capital letters, too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
The Next World Mural. That seems simple enough. Like, there's a mural near where the crime scene was. The Square Bullet Hole Murders. That's weird. The Unsolvable Case?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. So, we are a homicide detective. Okay.
You like this grimy murdering, don't you?
I don't know.
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, all my cases employ a naming convention similar to what we used on ours.
Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
I guess I'm done inspecting these.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Okay. I want to do this, but there's other things I want to do today. So, let's just look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
What did you say the color was? Oh, blue like the door.
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Blue heart, don't look into it. Ooh. Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Ooh. Yet more secrets.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
Ah. How would I open it?
With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Ah. Not even. Less than even. I'll smell the ledger. I want to do these things, like these 3 things, but I want to get out of the snow.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
So it smells like clean death. Excellent. Excellent. Put that away. I suppose I can interact with these things again. Cool. All right. Who put the clothes in the trash? I have to ask Kuno. Fuck. Get the watermarks. Right. Okay, man. Just Monday, and I've amassed all of this stuff. My Feld device? Alright. Like I said, I found some money. One of the most straightforward tasks I have is buying some smokes. So we're gonna do it. I apologize for the audio stuttering. It's weird. I don't know why that's happening.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Do they?
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Different dialogue. Slightly different. They'll damage my health, yep.
Here you go, mister.
Item gained. They're considered tools. These grad-made cigarettes are remarkable for their high tar content. A favor to fishermen, police officers, and workingmen the world over. Did that update my... Find a pack, put it in your hand, and the smokes will do the rest. Okay. Family, racist prick. Alright. I guess I'll do this. Maybe I'll take off silly gloves. Tools. Equip. Alright, electrochemistry.
A brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
How poetic. Okay.
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Oh yes, Bratan! Please light up! You need a trooper between your lips right now! Calm your shit down! Go to Pleasureland! Become a genius!
Wow. I mean, like, cigarettes are abhorrent to me, but fucking everybody in this game has been smoking. Because, like, 1950s France. At least a facsimile of 1950s France, so.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go.
What are the repercussions if I do this?
Repercussions? There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that.
I feel like my own electrochemistry is brainwashing me. This is a fancy word for addiction, isn't it?
It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true.
If I'm gonna look at the case notes, yeah.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul.
Dirty
A
experience.
nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back. And he's chill as balls.
Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls. Johnny Thundercop is back is the name of the episode. For sure.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives
You
+1
kidding?
to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health.
Must be one of these. Alright. Do I currently have that bonus? So this is affecting my ability to do something. What was it affecting? I think it was something in motorics, but it can't be. It has to be psyche. Harder to keep my morale up if my health is damaged. Gosh, I don't know. I'm almost leveled up again. Nice. Okay, we're gonna take Nosafed. Sorry, this is probably maddening. Okay. All right. Wonderful. I'm gonna turn the headlamps on. Even though we're standing out here in the cold.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Even though we're standing out in the cold and the snow, we're gonna do this thing. How do I turn on the
All
headlights?
right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
He should be. It's cool as hell.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canela comes to life. with a whiny growl.
Press the button labeled
The
headlights.
lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Cool. Oops. Backed out too far. Close the door. I'm going to stand in front of the machine.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp,
Automatic,
an
nice.
iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
But was it interfacing? It must have been interfacing.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the perforations. Those are more interesting to me.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different
The
rows.
first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet.
I know, but the option was there.
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
This will take a while, but count them all
There are so
individually.
many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last
The
row?
last row has 3 perforations.
3? That's it?
That's it.
Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I
Oh.
should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Kind of figured that's what it was, but
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
I kind of doubt it.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
That's why I said not bad. Wait, 18 years I've done this? Got drunk like a megastar? I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. I want to do a playthrough where I am the harbinger of death, the harbinger of the end times, and I lean into every single dialogue option about it. I really want to. I don't think it's this playthrough, but the desire is there. Yeah.
That's
Wait.
what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age.
Thanks.
What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
I feel like number 4 is the most interesting answer. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time.
Maybe you were a diplomat, or in PR. Doesn't matter, I suppose. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got,
Thanks.
let's see.
I have amnesia, but to be fair, he was in my presence while I asked somebody what money was. So I guess I can't blame him for explaining that.
Wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
Huh. So you're saying I used to be a super cop?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row.
Were is probably the operative word.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Oh, wow. I would have expected that those were my open cases. But I guess I knew I had more than 3 just based on the ledger.
Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
Thanks, Electrochemistry. Number 3 is honestly how I reacted to the news. Like, that's not too many. I mean, I'm a cop. Even in the most idealized version of cops, which is not what we have. But even in the most idealized versions that we see on TV and movies, cops do sometimes kill.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Oh.
What's it feel like to kill a man, Mr. McCoy? A young woman asked the man across the desk from her. Honestly, babe, says John McCoy, crossing his ankles over said desk. I don't feel anything anymore. It's just like brushing my teeth. I do it once or twice a week and don't really think about it. There's no trace of guilt in his voice.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
That's what I would have expected from him. Simple acknowledgments, not indulging.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
Yeah. He has to be matter of fact about it. I mean, if you're expected to kill again, I think that's... If you know it's a distasteful thing, if it's a necessary evil as part of your work, that's, how do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
Huh. Yeah, not everybody has such a strong electrochemistry influence in their head, I guess.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Hobbies are lame. Here's the thing I'm connecting with this guy. I'm enjoying connecting with this guy. Finally. He's thought I've been an idiot for the first, 4 or 5 hours they've been playing. And now, we're slowly becoming simpatico, and I like it. So, what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a
Why
hobby.
not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves.
It's true.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Thank you, Spirit Decor. Thank you. Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Oh yeah, the street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Look around you.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, 2 men, One slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Ah, Martinez.
This entire part has been very noir. A little bit of the slapstick humor, but very noir. Where are we on this?
Let me see. Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. I'm sure I've seen worse.
Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
All of them worse than here.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
New skill point. Nice.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Oh, cool. Haha, sorry, cop, apocalypse cop, communist, more. Weird.